So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. Be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So, once we get connected with our other students, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, first of all, I would like to wish very happy New Year 2024 for all of you. So, we're going to start a new journey with this year. And as all of you know, from the beginning of the year, we come to kind of like a New Year resolution, and we make some plans, we determine certain things, we set up certain goals, and we look forward. So, but by the time as we all experience, we just start to keep continue the very ordinary way of lifestyle. So, one of the things you have to remember why it happened like that way, because sometimes we set up goals kind of like a very far, very hard to achieve. And sometimes it is not related to you. And sometimes it is not conventionally worth. So there are many reasons like that, that by the time that slowly we get tired about it. But it is important for yourself to look into you and think forward. But when you think forward, you have to think according to the capacity that you have in the present moment. And according to the experience you accumulated through the journey. But sometimes what happens, we follow other people, we start to look into many other information coming from outside, and then we think, oh, I like it. Oh, it is better I become like that. Oh, it is better I want to be like that. But it is not really for you. There is something in you, you have to look into deeper. So that's why this introspection is very necessary. Recognizing yourself. Because when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, fundamentally, so the depth of this whole self-realization. So today as Buddhism, we can see many branches, sectors. As a culture, as a tradition, as a religion, and as a literature, and at the same time, as a part of the history. And when it comes to education, in the schools, there are different syllabus. And when it comes to universities, there are different faculties. And so in that way, today we have many branches of it. But when it go to the early Buddhism, the very meaning of this whole practice should be self-realization. So recognizing who you are. So recognizing what is inside you. Recognizing under this skin who is growing, where I take you. So once you have that understanding, you are capable to look into your own future and set up a very clear goal. So the goal setting and following our free will has a long history when it comes to this human existence. And people like to achieve to things. But today we are going to talk about the very best skill that you can set up in your life. Because when it comes to very fundamental structure of our life, we have to remember, then according to the Dhamma, it is 5 aggregate: form, feeling, perception, volition, recognition. And at the same time, we have faculties: eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. And also we have perception, that the objects that receive from the outside related to eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, sound, smell, colors, the pictures, and the taste, and the sensation, and the phenomena, or the ideas. So when the eye receive the contact with the colors or the pictures, eye consciousness arises. And the ear, when it contact with the sound consciousness arises. So then what you experience in this very moment happen as a result of connection with this outside inside. And through these connections that we build up this experience, and out of that experience, now what happens? That you already very familiar with the certain things that you see. So then from this very moment, listen this very carefully and try to be with me. So from this very moment, if you think about future, what you want to see, so you have a kind of like this idea about the pictures, the colors. It's kind of like a permanent structure. I want to see like this thing. So your imagination creates something related to your past experience, and then you believe in the future it's going to be there like that. When it comes to the sound, so out of the sound, that when the ear consciousness arises, that you have some kind of ideas. Oh, the sound, I want to hear this kind of sound, that kind of sound. And the smell the same. And when it comes to the taste, the same. And when it comes to the people, the sensation, the same. So out of this all, we set up kind of like a idea, oh, I want to reach to this level, or I want to become that. So that mental structure you build is kind of like a come from you, believing deeply. There is a kind of like a picture, there is a sound, there is a smell, there is the taste, there are feelings that related to you. But the thing is, believing there is something like that, believing there is something exist like that, as the pictures I like to see, the sound I like to hear, the smell I like to feel, the taste I like to eat, the feel, the sensation I like to feel. So believing that itself is the illusion. Why it is so? Because you have no idea in this very next moment what you're going to see. You have no power of it. Even within your faculty of your eye, and as you know, it is not just this eye, there's a deeper mechanism related to this body, physically, and that everything always vibrating and changing. And then you have no idea in this very next moment, your eye going to see the things or not. You can't guarantee about it. Of course, conventionally we think it will happen, but the Dhamma means the reality, you have to go a little bit beyond the conventional understanding. Conventional world, nothing wrong with it, but it is only for this moment. And then you have no idea what will you see in this next moment. Just imagine tomorrow morning. So here in Los Angeles now at night. So you go to sleep within another few hours. And when you wake up tomorrow, you have no idea how your eye faculty, ear faculty, nose faculty, tongue faculty, body faculty, mind faculty going to work. You have no power of it. You have no idea what will happen. Most of the time, even though we believe this is my body, we don't know what is happening inside this and how this happened. We have no idea. If you are a doctor, maybe you have some kind of understanding about the physical mechanism. But other than that, we have no idea how this happened. And then just imagine when you wake up tomorrow morning, how you know what you're going to see, what will come to in front of you. Have you power of it? Can you set up something like that? How you know what you're going to hear early in the morning? And as you know that there are phone calls can change entire life. Now, one phone call enough to that positive or negative, everything can change by one phone call. And now you know what kind of letter you're going to receive tomorrow. You have no idea. So the one letter can change your entire life. And one bill can change everything in your life. And also one check can change, everything in your life. And the smell the same. We have no idea what kind of situations arise. And when you wake, maybe you keep sleeping and suddenly you start to get some kind of weird smell. And then you wake up and look around, and maybe your bathroom have problems. And morning you woke up and walk to the sink and you look some kind of a smell there and you have no idea. And then maybe just the tap line is stuck with something. And or maybe something good also can happen. If something good happen, we no need to worry about it. And also when it comes to tongue contact, we don't know what we're going to eat tomorrow, how it's going to happen. Of course, we can think about it, but we don't know really. And when it comes to the people, the same. We don't know how things going to happen tomorrow, what kind of people we associate, what kind of people come to us, how it's going to be. The mind the same. We have no idea when we wake up tomorrow morning, what kind of thoughts come to us. Maybe one thought enough for you to make a U-turn entire your life. So then, that's where we see always this uncertainty. So make plans and think ahead and set up goals and having a timetable. There's nothing wrong with that. It's good, but still you have to remember that whatever the idea you develop in this very moment is helpless when it look into the future of life. It is helpless. It's just a hope. But then how we can work? So you have to remember, even though you have some kind of ideas, goals, New Year resolutions, so you keep it, but the very best thing you have to develop in you, have the skill, the strength, and have the awareness and have the energy to transform yourself moment to moment and develop the adaptivity according to necessary course and conditions in that environment and get the best out of it. So otherwise, if you think, oh, within two months, 3 months, or end of this year, I'm going to become like that, do you think it's going to happen to you? No, it's not going to happen to you. But moment by moment, so whatever the situations come to you, because it happened. You have no power of it. It's beyond your hands. But the thing is, you are capable to maintain your awareness. So then focus to that. See, are you available to continue this? Are you capable to develop this adaptivity? Keep the flexibility inside you. Are you capable to be aware in the moment rather than getting lost in the imagination or regarding our future? So I will give you an example for this. So you know that one of the very famous teacher was in the history, Lao Tzu. And he gave the best contribution to this human existence from his wisdom. There are beautiful informations you can find regarding the life, regarding the nature. And he was a kind of like a very relaxed, comfortable, happy person. So when it come to end of his life, he almost died, and then all the students gathered around him and asked, "Oh, Master, please tell us how you used to be happy all the time, because we all saw that you never worried about anything. Always you used to be happy, relaxed, comfortable, not disturbed from anything. Please, Master, tell us, what is the secret? Give us that teachings. Please teach us that mantra." Like that. So then he told, "Remember this. Same like you, I went through all the up and downs in my life. But still, I always desired myself to be happy. With that, my conscious decision, I used to live happily. Not because of these outside situations or not because of magic. That is the true nature of life." So then, remember, you're not going to have a very different life than other people. We all the same. We all going through the same kind of lifestyle. Maybe the very colors going to be different, but we all fundamentally experience the same life. But still, when it comes to us, the way we handle, the way we accept it, different according to your point of view, according to your attitude, according to the way you think. You can change that everything. So then focus to that. Develop that skill, because you have no idea what will happen tomorrow. See this in the January 1st, Japan, they had the earthquake. Who wish for that kind of thing, very, beginning of the new year? And the Russia and Ukraine the war, and even some other in the Middle East countries, that the war keep happening, the very beginning of the year. It was a disaster. And everybody kind of like start to move and try to hold their power. So that's how the new year starts. So then remember, you can't guarantee about this life. Because why? Because the life, as always, it is crazy. The world always, it is crazy. But still, you are capable to take a very conscious decision when situations come to you. Remember that parable, the Buddha's example about the two arrow story. So the one arrow means when you hit one arrow, that's mean it's give you pain. So there is a suffering in the world. We all go through getting old, sickness, and sometimes the happy moments come, sometimes that happy moment disappear from us, good people go away from us, and sometimes sad people come around us. The conventional level of change creates some kind of suffering that is inevitable. So it is a kind of like an arrow, hitting an arrow. It hurt us. That hurt's going to happen to all of us. People sometimes blame. Sometimes you lose things. Sometimes very horrible situations come. Sometimes all the hopes disappear, collapse. Sometimes you come kind of like a hopeless. So it's kind of like you lost. Like even just imagine you put the navigation, direction, you take the direction and you driving. Suddenly, if there is, sometimes it get lost. No directions. The system doesn't work. Your navigation system doesn't work. So you don't know where to go, how to take a turn, which the exit to take. You just stuck. So it's painful. It happened to all of us. But at the same time, the second arrow means the way we handle that pain. And sometimes you hit the first arrow, and the second arrow depend on your point of view regarding that first arrow. You can take it as an opportunity, or then maybe you personalize it, and then maybe you can worry, you can cry about it, you can lose your sleep over it, and you can struggle about it, you can argue about it, and you can spend so much energy, time, you can fight with people, you can get mad about it, you can make enemies with that. The second arrow going to always depend according to the way you react to the first arrow. So then there is a way that you can stop that second arrow. Don't get it. So that's mean you become matured with the nature of life. But we become matured with our own ideas, our own behaviors, our own needs, but we sometimes lose the wisdom about the very nature of life. So that's why in this new year, put more effort to understand the very nature of life. Because you are on the top of that nature, even though you have this body, even though you have this name, even though you have this experience, that all happen on the top of that nature, which we call the Dhamma. So then develop a mind with the sharpness, with the clarity. Whatever happened in that very moment, you always take the good side. You always develop the clarity, understanding, you develop the awareness. You always take the conscious decision out of that whatever happened around you. So from today, remember every day, step by step, when you move forward through this year, develop the ability to take the very conscious decision according to the place wherever you are. That's why wherever you are, be there. Don't be with your goal. Don't be with your imagination. Don't be with your set up ideas. Be with your body, be with your mind, be in the present moment. So then whatever happened, it's okay. But you take the best out of it. This means you become more conscious, and according to that, you navigate yourself, you adapt to that situation, you have the flexibility to change your ideas and go through it. So that way, because that is the skill you need until you attain to the Nibbana, go through this samsara. So then, if you develop your life on the top of that quality, so whatever the ideas, the goals, the intention, the desire that you have, you're not going to worry about it later, in case if you don't reach to it. You're not going to be heartbroken end of the year. You're not going to be kind of like having a self-doubt on the way in this journey. You always have the strength, courage, wisdom, and the trust regarding your own mind and own consciousness. So have that understanding. Why? Because basically, fundamentally, really we don't know what will happen tomorrow. Be ready for that. Be ready, whatever happens, be ready for that. So then, when you are in that very, because we can't precondition our life, no. So whatever happened then, you navigate yourself to reach to the best. So in that way, you are so relaxed. You don't need to worry about anything. You are so comfortable, but at the same time, you have the best. So practicing meditation, give that skill to yourself. So in that way, we don't head massage ourselves, thinking, oh, I'm going to build up my life this way, that, like that. If you reach to the best in the very moment that wherever you are, of course, your life going to be best. So keep that lesson in this year, and again and again, brush up yourself and develop the introspection and go deeper into you and try to have the deeper wisdom regarding this self-realization. So with that, we're going to practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path, achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So allow your inhalations, exhalations happen naturally itself. And when it happens, just be aware about it and just recognize. Do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata ca ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu. Sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi. Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.